効果で、墓地のレベル2以下のモンスター特徴。
これおなじみのやつですね。
シンクロ召喚レベル5、おなじみ。
出てくるのはミスター
暴天候。
暴天候。暴天候なんだ。
暴天候。
なるほど。
で、急に時代がドッペルオイヤーがシンクロ召喚に使われます。シンクロ召喚に使われるとトークン面で2体攻撃をゼロ。こいつらがレベル1です。で、暴天候が特殊召喚に成功したので、デッキから優勢を持ってきます。ウィッシュキーを持ってくる。で、さらに起動効果。デッキから源流族を落とすとそのレベルになります。2になります。だね、ここで3だね。
出るのが
タツノコ。
おお、た
で、暴天候が墓地に送られたので、デッキから優勢が着手。
1枚で
最後までチョコたっぷりみたいなことありますから。
最後何のことを言ってるのかよくわかりません。
こう優勢2分。
1チューナー
で、タツノコ、こいつレベル3のチューナーなんだけど、いくらのモンスターもシンクロになります。
おお
なので今引いても新規カードエフェクターとレベル5でシンクロ召喚。これは往年のカードハイパーライブラリアン。
これも再録されたやつです。
そうだね、ノーマルで再録されたね今回。でクリアエフェクター効果、シンクロ召喚に使われると1枚取る。そしたら今落ちてシンクロ召喚プレミアムパックになってるやつです。そうだね。でこいつシンクロ召喚成功に墓地からレベル2のモンスターをみんなだけ召喚できる。チェーン2で先にこう押しまして1で大回転でドローで、こいつチューナーなので
チューナーだ。
ここでレベル6シンクロだね。チューナーとそれ以外の魔法使い。
チューナーじゃない方が魔法使い。あ、両方魔法使いですね。
こいつら魔法使いなんでね。マジックテンペスター。
マジックテンペスター。
じゃあとりあえず、ライブラリアン
はい、私は何もないんで。
でマジックテンペスターチェーン2でマジックテンペスターはシンクロ召喚成功した時にマジックカードを1個でライブラリアンで1枚ドローします。
はい。ちょっと待ってください。
ごめんね。
3があったんですね。
クリアエフェクター効果があるね。クリアエフェクターの効果でシンクロ召喚に使用されると1枚ドローできる。
だからまあこれのドローの部分。
マジックテンペスターの効果、魔力カウンターを取り除くとその数かける500ダメージ相手に
おっと、
はい、500ポイント。
500ポイント
食らいます。
じゃあここにシンクロキャンセル。
おっと
キャンセル。
自分の派のシンクロモンスターをエクストラデッキに回します。でそのシンクロに使用した素材を墓地から取り召喚。なるほど。さあ皆さん隊がオンと
あれまたドローです
だね。
in Just Trying to Help news, submitted by Come to Mount Vernon, New York, please. A good Samaritan offered a man a ride, but unwittingly ended up being a getaway driver.
Who picks up hitchhikers this day and age?
So this man, he met this other man that ended up being a criminal. They both met at a tavern and they were drinking and then...
A tavern.
Where the fuck is a tavern at?
A bar.
Yeah, but we don't call them taverns out here.
Yeah, so these two men, they met each other and the Good Samaritan offered a ride because the later criminal said that he was too drunk to drive his own car. So he was like, hey, can you give me a ride? And the guy was like, yeah, sure, no problem. The criminal ends up saying like, well, would you mind if we make a couple...
I'm still waiting.
stops. There's like a couple things I gotta grab. So he ends up taking him to a store to buy some cigarettes, and then he starts mentioning a few other places. He was like, all right.
A gun store and then a bank right after.
Yeah, so then he was like, well, he's kind of pushing it. So he ends up taking him to a bank, and then he was just waiting there, not knowing that this whole time that dude was robbing the bank.
Oh shit.
So then the robber, he gets back into the car, and they take off. The Good Samaritan ends up dropping off the robber in like a shopping center, and he drives off going home, and that's when he realizes there's a whole bunch of cop cars zooming past him, and he just had this gut feeling like, man, something's not right. So he turned back around, he met up with the cop, and he told them that he picked up this man, which matched the description of the bank robber. So thanks to this guy, the Good Samaritan, even though he helped him escape, he also helped.
He's an accomplice and a rat.
Yeah. Damn.
Make up your mind.
I know. You want to be Uber for this guy, or do you want to, like, what? Is he just mad that he didn't get a cut because he's driving away? Wait a minute. He just How much money did he get, that fucker?
I like that that's the point where he stood here around.
Wait a minute. The police have the right to know I didn't get a cut.
But yeah, the cops were like, thanks to you, man. Like, we wouldn't have gotten him without his help. So.
What a tattletale.
That's cool that they believed him.
Yeah.
What are the chances of that happening?
So then was the robber still at that, was it Plaza that he got dropped off at? Or?
Yeah, it was reported that they, like a short time later, they were able to apprehend him at a different shopping place, but still.
At a Walmart parking lot, just hanging out, waiting to rob somebody, or jump into someone else's car so they could rob another liquor store.
He was actually at a restaurant, so I think he was like eating his
From the stolen money that he just stole.
Yeah.
I didn't know people fucking still did bank robberies like Bonnie and Clyde and shit. Like, hey, I got a gun here, see? Give me all your money. It's a holder.
You think all banks across the nation have like because I think our banks in California, they're very discouraging. You know, they have like that bulletproof glass. You walk in, cameras everywhere.
Double door.
Yeah, sometimes there's like a security guard in the corner. So as soon as you walk in, you're just like, okay, this place is crazy reinforced. I'm not gonna get away with shit. You think there's banks across the nation that are still old school?
There's one by our house that doesn't have anything.
Really?
Yeah, Chase, you walk in there.
No, there's a double door.
It's in our neighborhood. You walk in, there's not a double door. You just
thought
walk
there
in,
was.
and then there's no bulletproof glass, there's nothing.
You know, I didn't realize that the glass that the tellers are behind, like I didn't know that was like bulletproof because
You trying to shoot at it?
Because again, in Julia's world, everything ran smoothly. Like there wasn't like much like.
I want to live in your
There
world.
wasn't a lot of crime going
It's Japan.
on. There wasn't a lot of crime going on. So when I went into
So when you see your neighbor with binoculars looking at you when you're changing, you thought he was looking for wildlife?
No, but you know what though? There was a time when I was in the backyard and my neighbor, like, oh my god! I saw him like
Underneath the wall, you just see his arm like this?
No! I just saw him put his blind down, I just saw his eyes and I looked at him, he was like, and he just like, put the blind back up and he just went away.
Watching you through the window.
Oh,
he's riding a horse!
The bank felt so open when like there wasn't any windows or like glass in the way. Up until like they revamped or renovated everything, I was like, oh, everything feels so cold now. It doesn't feel as personal anymore. Like you got this glass between you and like the teller, and Man, and I don't know. It's just like it gave a different vibe. And I
Oh, you
didn't
mean
realize.
that bulletproof glass
Yeah.
between you and the teller?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's the ghetto glass.
Yeah, so this Good Samaritan, he's saying, like, you know, he always tries to help people out, but he probably will not be giving people rides anymore.
Yeah. I mean, in a small town like that, though, it's a lot different, right?
I'm not sure. The city is called Columbia. Have you guys heard of it?
I only know the Columbia in
Pennsylvania.
Ohio, or that's Columbus. Guess I don't know Columbia.
Have you guys ever given a stranger a ride before?
No.
I gave 2 Armenian kids a ride from the burger shop. Yeah, they asked me for a ride, and then I was like, all right, where you going, Pasadena? I'm going the same way. And then we just went out. Well, they're kind of close to my age, so I was just like, and I had a knife and I'll stab the fuck out of them. I,
I mean,
don't care.
did they do the thumb thing or like?
No, we were just at the same restaurant, and I was eating, and then like I was going to my car, and they're like, "Hey, this kind of embarrassing, but can I get a ride?" And I was like, "Where you guys going?" They're like, "Oh, Pasadena," and I'm like, "All right, well I work there," so we just got in, and we're just talking, and yeah.
Wow, yours is like so calm. I think I panicked the first time that happened. So like I didn't personally pick up anybody, but when I went to go visit my brother up in Santa Cruz with the rest of my family, he was driving his car, and then there were students at the bottom of this hill, and they like had their like thumbs up, like the hitchhike sign up, and my brother starts like slowing down and he pulls over. I'm like, Ben, what are you doing? What are you doing? He's like, why are you doing that? And he was like, relax, man. And he like rolls down the window and he was like, where are you guys going? He's like, oh, can we just get a lift up the hill? And he was like, yeah, sure, get in. And like when they got in, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Why are we in the car? So like in my head, I was like, do you do this? Like, do you trust these people up here? And so I was freaking out. And then when he dropped them off, I was like, what was that, man? They're harmless, man. They're just students. They just want to lift up the hills. Like, if like I wouldn't want to walk up the hill, so why not just help them and just go up? And I was like, yeah, that's cool. I don't think I would ever do that back home, but yeah.
More small town.
I think if they just look like college students with backpacks, you know, they're just hiking.
Yeah.
But if they look like a bearded man that's weird and he just raped some goats and probably slit the throat of a monkey.
I think if you've done crime in the past, you think differently too. Because then,
done crime?
no, I'm talking about like Joe.
Oh, Joe.
Because I used to give a bunch of ravers rides all over the place too, because it's just all about pleasure and love. And then I think when I told people that aren't from like that kind of weird life, then they're like, wait, aren't you scared that they were gonna rob you or whatever? I'm like, no, I think that they're probably scared that I'm gonna rob them and then drop their body off somewhere. Because when I'm driving, I'm like, I could rob this motherfucker right now. I could take off all his clothes, take everything. And then so I think when you think like the predator, then some of the things that, instead of the prey, some of the dangers, it doesn't really bother you.
Yeah, because I remember the 2 guys got scared when I didn't take Los Feliz up and I took the local roads. And they're like, wait, where are we going? And I'm like, oh yeah, this traffic right now. We're
Just the right place.
Yeah.
The scenic route.
I'm gonna pick up some KY jelly as well.
Oh my god.
And a chainsaw.
And a shovel.
I don't know. I think now though I wouldn't do it because I'm too busy. It's like I don't got time to go, oh, let me just pull on over because this homeless man needs a ride.
I think the only time I ever gave a ride was I first moved out to LA. I was living in like the boonies of LA, right? These teenage girls asked me for a ride, and I was saying no. But then like one of them like they were smoking cigarettes too. One.
Were they like, I suck you like this cigarette?
No. But
Like, I wish.
no.
Why, they weren't hot?
I guess on a teenage level, yeah. I guess they
Oh, so they It was clearly their teenagers.
They were like teenagers.
Oh, like what you doing, 13-year-old?
Because they were kind of like nasty about it. Like they was kind of like, hey, can we get a ride? You know, I was like,
Oh, like they deserve it?
I'm not gonna give you a ride, you know. But then one of them, they put out the cigarette and they came to me and they were like, oh, we really need a ride to it's right around the corner, blah blah. blah. And so and then because of like her, like I guess opening up in a more genuine way, I decided to give them a ride. Halfway to where they're trying to go to, though, it kind of dawned on me. I'm like, these are teenage girls. This looks really bad. And I was like, all right, just drop them off. Okay, bye. All right, just leave. I felt so like maybe the cops are watching. I don't know what was going on.
Is this a setup or something?
Yeah, and I was like, never again am I ever giving anyone else a ride.
That's true.
I've always been way too scared. I'm like, I don't know what you're gonna do to me. I'm a tiny human.
I'm actually more afraid of picking up a girl than a guy.
Yeah, it's like bait. You don't know what they're trying to do. Yeah.
Because most females are too scared to do that.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the point? Like, what are they doing it for?
My sister, when I used to live in Mexico, she was so smart. So she would go up to like these guys that were younger, like near our age, and she would go up to him and be like, "Oh my God, have you been? Don't you remember me from that one party?" Blah blah. And like she'll just make up the story and make it seem like they've known each other forever, but that guy is just like confused, like, how did I meet her? They would end up giving us a ride because we know you, man.
Con
Don't you
artist.
remember?
Con artist.
She didn't even have to do all that. If your sister's girl, she just was like, can we have a ride?
No,
I'd be like, yeah.
Can you have a ride and also give me your money and also everything else?
no, we would start it off with that, but then when they seemed like hesitant, that's when she was like, wait, I remember you from that one thing, and then that's how it would grow from there.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode of Just Kidding News. If you guys have any fun or exciting stories you want to share with us, go ahead and cruise down to the description box below and there's a link where you can submit. For more videos, click up here.
In catcall news, in a new viral video, a woman walked around New York City for 10 hours and filmed every catcall that she received.
How did she walk around for 10 hours? That's a fucking long time.
I felt like this is GoPro. I completely misinterpreted what catcall was. That's what I thought. Okay.
I think it was a GoPro strapped to someone in front of her backpack.
She walked 10 hours?
Yeah, so there was a dude that was always in front of her.
Straight, probably.
Yeah, so there was a dude that was always walking in front of her with a backpack, and the backpack contained like the camera.
Oh, small. That's some good battery life.
This is the second one that they did, because there was another video with like another girl in New York that did a while back.
Yeah, it was like in a PSA.
Yeah, that was like a compilation of girls though.
Dang, she's just like in
Yeah,
straight.
this is just one.
And she's just in a crew neck and then just sweats or
Yeah.
like random.
Yeah, maybe New York got a lot of people trying to holler at it.
They always do this in New York though. You know,
Maybe New York's the place.
If they walk in any, like in the hood where there's a bunch of Mexican people, that's gonna happen every 3 seconds. So
That's
this
not
ain't new
true.
to me.
This won't happen in Beverly Hills. It will only happen in the hood.
Beverly Hills, they'll just pick you up. Hey, Ferrari? Well, I like your hair, girl.
That's catcalling. You can't do that.
Oh, really? I like her hair.
10 hours I started walking through all areas of Manhattan wearing jeans and a crew neck t-shirt.
So she's not talking to anyone.
How you doing? Smile.
Nice.
God bless you. That's what I had to bring.
Who does this? Like, you're a fucking loser.
Oh my god.
Like, go away.
20 minutes.
5 minutes.
Like, what are you thinking? Like, eventually she'll talk to me?
Maybe he was trying to think of what to say next, but he just couldn't have the courage. $1,000.
Dang.
Oh my god.
You don't want to talk?
Oh my god.
We can't be friends or nothing.
100 plus instances of verbal street harassment took place within 10 hours involving people of all backgrounds. This doesn't include the countless winks and whistles. If you want to help, please donate to Holla Back, a non-profit something.
So close.
I I don't. They said all ethnicities, but I only saw black guys.
Yeah, they all show black people.
There was a couple white people and a couple like Puerto Rican Latinos.
I didn't see what the white guys were saying. Like,
Not to mention the winks and the whatevers too.
Some of them were just stupid. Just damn. Because she didn't hear it the first time, so he had to go louder.
Just in case.
He's like, damn.
Yeah.
It's even more pathetic. Like, why are you walking next to her and you keep on going? You don't want to talk to me? Is it because I'm ugly?
You know what though?
You don't
Straight
wanna-
up, I saw that a lot in my neighborhood though. But you know, but at the same time, the girls in my neighborhood that I grew up, they were fucking verbally aggressive though.
Yeah.
If they didn't want to be fucked with, they straight up said it. And on top of that, if they liked it, they kind of
They'll talk. Yeah.
come back.
They'll talk back.
You know, to be honest with you, a lot of the times it worked. So
Really?
Because if they didn't want it, they'd be like, "The fuck do you want?" And they would move by.
Yeah.
Or if they liked it, they would flirt back.
I think it might be like cultural thing too. Cultural meaning like the hood. If you grew up there, that's how fools holler.
Because I saw it work a lot though.
Really?
Yeah, because
I can't imagine.
Because the girls would be like, they would laugh and they would start chatting it up and exchange numbers. It happens.
That has never.
You know, girls
ever
are
worked for me.
girls are aggressive too. Like we were hanging out at Denny's, and then they'll be like, we're just eating, and my buddy was sitting next to me, and then they'll be like, hey, what's your name? He's like, Andrew, you're cute. And then they go back to eating. And then it's like,
Like I've done something like that before, but it's
You bitch.
No.
And you don't like when they do it to you.
No.
It's never happened.
Like they don't walk by and I'm like, damn. I'm just like, hey, I just want to let you know you have a really nice shirt. Have a great day, and that's it.
You bitch.
Like sometimes though, I'll just be like nice to people because I like giving people compliments. It's not even just a guy or a woman. Like I'll meet a woman like, oh my god, I love your nails or something like that. You know, like it's just a normal thing.
I
Like
love your nails as fuck.
I feel what? Like I feel like compliments make people's days. You know, like I'm not trying to get anywhere with you. I'm not gonna give you my number or anything. But these guys just like, damn, you want to holler at me? Like, it's kind of weird.
well, let me ask you this: how else are they gonna meet women?
Well, for me, the only thing that's like every time like catcalls has never worked for me. Like I will give you a stink eye. I've told people fuck off before, but the one thing that does work, like that I've noticed, and this is good advice for all the guys actually, guys will come up to me and just be like, hey, you know, I saw you over there and I think you're very beautiful, and I was wondering, would you like to grab some tea or something? Some tea. I'm sorry, Asian. Some lunch. So
Maybe you want to break kimono with me later? Please, flower. Okay, what the hell? Break bamboo stick over here, please.
But like he'll just be like, you know, like, do you want to get some lunch sometime?
So for you, it's not the fact that they're coming up to you; it's the way they do it.
What about one of the guys that was like,
So a lot of these in the beginning, it was like good morning.
Nice
It was
day.
like good evening.
See, those I didn't find that very offensive.
But I think what this video is trying to say is just talking to them and bothering them, period, is fucked up.
No. See, that's the
because some of them, like you said, good morning, and someone was like, wow, you're beautiful, which is the one that you like.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of them sounded not
There
disrespectful.
was some of them were fucked up. There were like a good like 70% of them,
Yeah.
but there was 30% that were just like,
Yeah.
you know, good morning.
Yeah, a few of them I was actually fine with. I don't understand why they put this in the video, but yeah, that's fine. And then honestly, like if they hit on me and I'm not interested, I'm really nice about it. I'm like, yo, and I'm really understanding, like, thanks. And I always say this, I'm like, thanks for coming up to me. I know that like that's a thing for guys, you know, it's kind of
You
hard
gotta
for
have
guys.
tea, somebody. Please.
Would you like green tea or jasmine?
He's pointing his toe underneath the table. You're looking fucking.
When you're in this position,
You should see this.
when you're in this position, you need to be balanced, okay?
I could do it.
That one leg.
No, dude, if you're doing that, you need to. Oh, I thought you were like on one foot, like. No! I didn't see. I
So he's he was standing up. Please, matcha green tea.
Well, I mean, okay, maybe I'm mistaken. What's the point? Is it that they just don't want any guys to talk to them and mind their own business, or is it?
Okay, so the purpose of the video wasn't made for women facing harassment. It was just more made for men who remain blissfully unaware of how women are treated when they walk down the street. So like, but instead of listening, but because like this video actually came out, a lot of guys have been sending her like rape threats.
Whoa!
Oh, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Fucking trolls on the internet, they can't do shit.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, so like now that they're sending like all these rape threats, like instead of actually listening to what the video is trying to say, yeah, like you know, they're not taking the time to realize how like women might feel when men just like yell at them. Yeah, so like if you're to comment back like to one of these guys, then like the girl themselves would just feel like they're in the position where they're actually in danger. Because then if you say something back, right, then like they're gonna become aggressive towards you, and then you don't want to be confrontational about them any longer, right? So you just want to get out of there. So like by just having a simple conversation with them, it's already too dangerous.
That's such a fucked up world to live in. Like, I gotta be scared walking in a parking lot by myself. Or
That's why you just stab every guy that says hi to you. Hi. Good morning. Did you get?
All the time.
I just
Pepper spray.
walks into it. He walks into his circles.
Dude, they're just all fucked up around you, dude. I don't know. Everybody says that though. It's like, I'm a woman, I get scared walking alone at night. So do I.
I do too.
Fuck, I just act like I'm not. I'm fucking scared shitless, dude. Anybody that walks in Compton at night that's not scared is a thug. Alright? I'm fucking scared. Going to the car out here, there's like 2 steps, I'm scared. And like you guys are the only ones that are scared. Fuck that shit.
I got you. I'll protect you.
I got a big ass boy. Someone will rape the fuck out of me.
You got nails at least. Fuck.
I don't got shit. I got a high pitch ass scream. That's it.
But it really is about how you do it. Like, dude, like I would rather talk to a guy that comes up to me and is like, hey, how are you today? Instead of mommy. Like, I don't want to fuck. I'm not a dog.
Was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm not a fucking dog. Or don't whistle at me. You know, like it's disrespectful.
I wonder if it was a rich guy in a Lamborghini and he was hella handsome. Mommy, yeah. What? So this video was to show the world what a girl goes through walking down the street.
Yeah.
And I also think it's
And it
not
really
just
is like that.
It is not, and what I think it's not just what the guys are saying, it's the intent too. Because there's a difference between like what she wants, like, hey, good morning, versus like
The other one is straight up like, like you
Yeah.
feel like you're a piece of meat. That's why like there's a lot of places where I go with you where I'm like, fuck, I already know this crowd, and because I grew up around these type of people, I'm like, I already know how they're gonna make me feel.
what's up, Amazon? Let me climb you like a tree.
Pretty much, like you really do feel like they don't even have to say anything. It's just their body language. You can see their eyes shifting. You can see them like licking their lips, and you're like, motherfucker, and like
They're so thirsty. Wow. Yeah, they can't control their sexuality. It's like,
It's crazy.
What if you did it back to them? Like you look at them and you're like, I just want to bend you over, I see. I fuck you, Holmes.
They would probably like come up to me and try to like fucking get it popping.
And it's like they're not even like subtle about it. Like this is all the time. Like when I'm at a club, when I used to go dance, I would stand there at the bar trying to get my water bottle, and in the corner of my eye, I can already tell like 2 minutes before you even come talk to me. I'm like, I already know.
well, of course, your ass and your titties out.
No, like even though this is when I show up in like sweats, just getting my water bottle, and I'm like, I can already see. Like I can, like it's weird just walking down the street. Fucking, I hate people honking horns. That's annoying. Or they honk their horns while I'm driving. They're next to me. Like I was stuck in traffic once, and the guy honked his horn. He's like, hey. I'm like, ooh, no, roll up my window. Like that shit doesn't work, dude. Like I don't know where they learn it from.
Well, it's that they don't learn it. I mean, that's the reason why they're doing it that way. So a lot of guys, they grow up and they have to learn their own way of how to talk to a woman and how to get them. And they see shit like this in the movies or wherever the fuck they see it from, or they learn it from other guys who don't have any game at all. And that's how, you know, that's how they see it. It's like, oh shit, it's just a numbers game. But you know, some of them are successful though. Out of the 50 girls that they talk to, one girl's gonna be like, oh my god,
One that looks like Shrek.
a man's giving me attention, and then it works.
It's not even that, dude, because I'm telling you, straight up in Sacramento, that shit happens all the fucking time, and it works.
Yeah.
Because that's what the girls like though over there in that neighborhood. They like that shit.
Yeah.
They like men who are aggressive. They'll come up to them because they always say the same. I don't want no pussy ass motherfucker. I want a dude to come straight up. And they'll always like do that whole flirty thing, like okay, whatever, haha, laugh it off, come out, ask for the number, they'll get their number. I see it happen 24 fucking 7.
I think it works on aggressive women.
On aggressive women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, that's why it works, but then classy, regular women, they don't like that shit. That's true.
They just want it to be a little bit more classy, a little more subdued.
Yeah.
You know? But
I just don't want to feel like meat.
Yeah. Just come up to me and talk to me like a normal person. I think that's the best way to do it. Just honestly come up to someone and be yourself and just be like, hey, you know, I thought you were pretty. Yeah.
That's the worst fucking advice you could ever give to a guy on how to get a girl. Be yourself and just walk up and talk to them. Like
That's creepy as fuck.
No, don't just be like, hey, what's your grandmother's name, and talk to him fucking randomly. Just be like, hey, you know, my name's whatever. Just don't make it so awkward. That's the thing. Don't make us feel so awkward. You know?
And then like so once I have no advice for you, sorry. It's hard.
She's been taking for years. She don't know what the fuck to say anymore. She's done.
So again, like when this video was posted up, she got like a lot of like threats and like
horrible.
rape threats and stuff. And so the organization Hollaback, which is an organization that wants to stamp out street harassment and intimidation, the director was actually saying, you know, like we're actually hitting a nerve with these people because we're hitting it to where like it's very relatable to them and they know exactly what we're talking about, and it could be like pretty offensive because it's so familiar.
She has really pretty hair.
Yeah, I love her.
I love her hair. That's the first thing I noticed. I was like, your hair looks
love her
healthy.
hair.
Because I grew up in a weave and wig store, so that's the first thing I noticed. I'm like, your hair looks healthy as fuck. Is that a cat call too? I'm sorry. Excuse me, you have very healthy hair.
Can you imagine? I would be like, that is fucking weird. I need to go on the other side.
It's like, no. I sell wigs. Wait, hold on a second.
That's really weird.
that's really, I don't know.
I would just be like,
Yeah, you have very healthy hair. That's awesome.
yeah.
Obviously gay.
I'm not even looking at her. I know, right? I'm like, hey, nice healthy hair. And she goes, what? What are you still doing here? Get the fuck out of here. Oh, I like that. You don't want it anymore, didn't you?
Oh my god.
That's how it works.
I know.
That's how it works.
And then the article closes with, the problem here isn't just that men are ignorant of how women are treated. The problem is that many know exactly what they're doing to women and will try to intimidate and silence women who try to fight back.
That one guy that was falling for like 5 minutes.
That is-
That was creepy as fuck.
Tinge a little rapey there.
Was it two? Was it two of them?
Creepy one.
That was the one
What
guy.
was two separate ones?
Yeah.
But that one followed her for 4 minutes, didn't say one word. The other one,
Because I'm ugly.
that's the other one.
So why would you say like you won't talk to me? Okay, but if I give you my number, will you call me? Like, why do you keep trying?
I don't know, maybe
Persistence, you know.
because it's like fucking 20 degrees outside and you got a white beater on, dog. Fuck, man.
Okay.
Thank you for watching Just Kidding News. And if you want to submit articles for us to talk about, submit them at www.tinyurl.com/justkiddingnews. And don't forget to follow us on social media: Instagram at JK Films, Twitter at JK Films, Facebook at Just Kidding Films.